Hey, y'all, come on in. You're here on a great day.
We are off to Paris today with the help of Nomad Theory.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays...
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to talk about our In Conversation series over on Instagram Live.
Yeah, y'all join us this coming Sunday, the 15th of February at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern, when we welcome Chris Cullen from Katie's Bubbles into the barbershop for an hour of ghost stories, conversations, and all things wet shaving. Sri Ram from Holy Caw has already joined us this season. That one will be ported over here to YouTube in the weeks to come. We hope to see you there in the chat. It's so much fun to open the barbershop late. What is our soap today?
We have a limited Valentine's Day release that Nomad Theory sent for us for free to review. Let's meet it.
All right, y'all, from the sales page at nomadtheory.co.uk.
A limited edition Valentine's seasonal release. Experience the elegance of La Ville d'Amour. This limited edition shaving soap is a tribute to the birthplace of the fougere, reimagined as a sophisticated fougere gourmand. It is designed for the individual who understands that a romantic evening begins with the ritual of a perfect shave, inviting, polished, and sweet.
So, y'all, fougere, from the French meaning fern. Think oak moss, geranium, think brute. Mixing with a gourmand? Ooh, y'all, mysteries and wonders today. The scent opens with a sparkling invitation of bergamot and spicy pink pepper, leading into a heart of aromatic lavender and buttery, powdery orris. As the lather builds, it reveals a rich, sweet barbershop base of oak moss, amaretto, and vanilla bourbon. This boozy almond wood finish evokes a warmth of a Parisian patisserie and the glowing charm of a moonlit date.
This fragrance is a special edition for Valentine's Day. Once the spring season concludes, Paris returns to our archives until next year.
Y'all, they have a vault like Disney. Well, that's good to know that this will be back perennially. I wonder if Salem, the pumpkin spice from Halloween, will be the same. That was amazing. So, y'all, this is how we love to spend Valentine's Day around here at this barbershop, because life is not like a box of chocolates. It's like a box of shaving soaps, and let's open it. All right, y'all, we had to open it to make sure everything arrived safe and sound, free and clear from the United Kingdom, but it did. Thank you, Jean-Luca. This is quite a gift. Oh, and this is more than just the splash. Hold on. Buddy, what did you do? Hold on, there's a ton.
Wait, what?
In here, y'all. It looks like he sent us the full line. Thank you so much. This is the bomb. This is the first time we've seen these.
Yes.
Look at the bottle. That is luxury.
Oh, and
This
the splash.
is the splash. Look at the round top on that. That's beautiful. And yes, all glass.
Oh, my.
Y'all.
No wonder they were wrapped so nicely to get here
telling
safely.
ya. And
what
Sarah,
is that?
Look at this. This is the newest addition to their line. EDPs. And look at the box. This is gorgeous. I'm opening it now because I can't wait to see what this looks like. Oh, it all matches. It all matches beautifully like an apothecary bottle.
50 milliliters, y'all.
Y'all, very generous. But here is the shining star we've come to see. I wonder what our kitty friend is going to be doing on the label. Who knows? Maybe he has a date.
Chicken here.
He has a date. Y'all, it's like Lady in the Tramp. It's beautiful.
But their tails are making a heart.
I know. I love that.
That's why I busted out my purple sweatshirt. I was hoping it would match. Okay, lavender, orris, vanilla is on the label.
Well, as soon as I saw Sweet Barbershop, I was all in. Y'all, come along with us for a first impression.
All right, a fougere gourmand first whip.
I am happy to have this first impression. All right, y'all, taking it in. Let's see. Let's look at the pour. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's been a while since we've had a Nomad Theory.
Yeah, I know. Too long since Halloween. All right, the shaking clam.
Valentine's Day with.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah?
It's nice and light and bright and floral. On top, the fougere is just kind of a base that it's sitting on. Something familiar, something sweet. Woo! Its spine is a lovely, sweet, welcoming barbershop, but it doesn't get as sweet as even baby powder gets. And that's the brilliant part of this, because your nose is not stuck in the sweets. It can dive down into the dappers, which is, I think, what Nomad Theory is all about. Beautiful, y'all. All right, let me really dive in here. It's the most cologne-y Nomad Theory so far. I think a part of it is a drop of something you would wear on a date night in Paris. Beautiful.
That was the write-up, was getting ready to go out, so I get it.
The fougere in this is not what I was expecting, but it's definitely a fougere. The oak moss is adding a little bit of a mossy sense, but the ferny part, the fougere part, is being done more with florals.
Okay.
It's being done more with spice, something else to present what is definitely ferny. But if that hadn't been given a little twist, I don't think it would have met with the sweet parts of the barbershop, the orris, the florals under the surface of that. And then when I go looking for the gourmand, why this is brilliant. The highs, the sweets in the fougere part are then met with an almost identical and symmetrical sweet from the gourmands that bring you back down into the scent by way of vanilla, bourbon, and amaretto. That cherry / almond kind of sense brings you back down and puts you back among the moss in that fougere. This is really something. And unlike traditional barbershops, nothing has to ground this in anything dark or earthy. There's nothing patchouli in this. There's nothing resinous. But isn't that a perfect analogy for Paris? You think of sparkling lights, not dark catacombs. It's delightfully unisex, but I think in a way that the more floral things are going to stick more to you, and the more manly barbershop things are going to stick to me, and then those can stick together. And I love that over the top, a little bit powdery, a little bit cologne-y, a little bit perfumey, pervasive over this entire thing. What a lovely scent. This might be my new favorite Nomad Theory. And there is a pumpkin spice one. So that should tell you something. It smells like money. It smells like my aunt who had way too much of it that we saw none of. Well, and look at you wearing the most perfect color of them all. All right, take it in, see what you get. I'm excited for you to smell this.
I am intrigued. I have never been to Paris, but I'm very excited because most of the Nomad ones have this wonderful transportive portion to it that I do feel like after smelling them, I somehow have been there. So let's see what this first whiff brings.
Do you want a baguette?
I kind of do. But actually, the gourmandi does not hit me first. I get more of those bright, fresh florals. Like, I really pictured walking down an open walkway in Paris and just seeing those stands that have fresh flowers. Like, they're real flowers. I can't pull out which ones they are, but they're in a lovely bouquet and they're all best friends together. So if you're going to get flowers for anyone for Valentine's, here you go.
There you go.
Pass the florals. There's a lot more fun happening. I didn't get quite the sweet barbershop. I did get the cleans, though. Like, it is like you're just going out on a date or you just showered, you're just getting ready. There's something about that cleanliness, not quite soapy, but a little more thought is put into your outfit than just a normal day run out the door kind of vibe. I feel like the orris in this is the magical secret. Like, I've smelled it before, but I didn't realize how it was being used. But in here, it almost gets so clean that it could approach a minty thing. And if I follow that down, it takes me to the vanilla bourbon approaching gourmandy side, but it's just very lightly doughy. Nothing like you really want to take a bite of, but you just walk by a place that has sweets.
Our friends in Austria are sure that the Sterling Barbershop smells like baking dough at a bakery next door. They're not wrong. I think good barbershops let you zoom out and sense the entire neighborhood. Aren't you kind of getting that with there? Don't you see the Arc of Triumph over there?
I am, and I feel like I have like a scarf on or like a nice long jacket. It's not too cold that I wouldn't want to be outside, but there's something about that brisk, kind of shiny streets, like maybe the day after it rains. Nothing petrichor-y, but there's something like you want to take a deep, fresh, full breath of wherever we are and just lock it into your memory. I feel like that's how I know I've been to Paris.
Valentine's Day is in the winter.
I can tell this is a Nomad Theory, but I'm trying to figure out how. Like, this fits up in their lineup in a fun way. This is something I would probably use all year round. I know it's meant for kind of more of a seasonal, but there's not anything in here that's really nailing it down for me. Like, the vanillas and the sweets, the gourmandy side add a whole different touch to it, where the florals and the lighter brisker kind of clean side, I feel like I want to use all year round just to feel nice and pretty and clean, like any date night kind of scent. I see what you mean, like there could be a drop of a cologne something. There's something a little blue in there. I'm not quite sure it goes full on cologne. My brain gets the floral and sweeter sides that I think I would lean towards. So this is probably one of the best unisex versions of a scent that we've smelled in a while. I think because it's more a place, it's transportive. It kind of fits where both of us would be in that location together.
Right. And y'all, these are hand perfumed from the ground up, and they do not use a perfumer's base for all of them, which means there's not going to be that familiarness to each one of their scents. Each one is going to start over from the beginning and be completely different. And yet you can still tell it's the same perfumer. They definitely have an olfactory fingerprint somehow.
So going back to the Fougère Gourmand concept, because as soon as I read Fougère, I do put my brakes on just a little, because the oak moss can be a little bossy. But the way that it's used here, I don't know if Fougère would have been the first thing that came to mind. Right. I think it's a fun category, and I really think it challenged them as perfumers to kind of figure out where that even fits. But whatever it's doing in here, that is a magical thing.
Right. All right, y'all, come along with us. We're going to spend a sunny afternoon on the island of La Grande Jatte, build a lather, and look at these scent notes. Back to the sales page at nomadtheory.co.uk. We start with top notes of
bergamot, pink pepper, and lavender. Oh, the pink pepper. That must be... My brain kept getting a daytime, like the sun coming up vibe. And there's something kind of zesty for me when I smell the pepper. But that next to the bergamot might be why.
Kind of just gives it an effervescence for me. Opens the door, lets you know that there's a breeze coming in from outside. That lavender, the start of the barbershop. I love that it's not like the barbershop on one layer and the Fougère on another one. I love that they're kind of intertwined through these scent notes as we move down into the heart notes of orris, a beautiful dapper root found in most barbershops. Jasmine, a beautiful little white floral scent in there, acting as a little bit of powdered sugar, maybe next to the rose geranium, which is not rose. Thank you, Sarah McCartney, for clearing that up. Now, the lavender, the jasmine, the rose geranium, how are you getting that trifecta of florals in there?
That's the fresh bouquet vibe to me. Like, I can't pull them apart necessarily, but it adds this clean vibe to it where it can kind of go masculine or feminine, which is weird for florals, but it works here.
And y'all, it's not pervasive. This is not a floral spine for me. It's like meeting Dean Martin and smelling a little bit of that flower on his lapel. That's what that is.
And then I gotta say, I almost keep forgetting the amaretto is even in here, which I thought my nose was gonna find first because I do know what that smells like. But here, it's kind of moving the whole way through the whiff.
Well, it's like backup singers when you're mixing music. You want to turn them up enough to be heard, but not enough where they really register to the audience, because that song belongs to Gladys Knight, and that restraint is brilliant because amaretto can take over a scent really quickly and almost become too cherry-ish for a lot of guys. This is turned down so much that you're only sensing it as a sweet, almost like a spice under the surface of it without it being amaretto. And then into the base notes. These are my favorites. Y'all, that could be a scent just from these. Look at this. Vanilla bourbon, musk, a nice clean laundry kind of thing going on in here. Virginian, cedarwood, peppery, effervescent, amber.
That makes sense now.
That's the sweet barbershop part of this. Meeting with oak moss at the very end. Thank you for making him go to the end of the line because it's barely perceptible here. Do you get oak moss?
I tried to dig for it and I really couldn't. Maybe when we get to more of the splash or the balm or the EDP, we'll get these like kind of more nuanced. But at least coming off the base here before we lather it up, it's kind of hiding in the background, and I don't think that's a bad idea.
For me, this is a beautiful best of all worlds sense, because I did want sort of a sense of a Coco Chanel No. 5. I did want a date night cologne in this for the gentleman, and they're there. But they're in the background, so you can open the window in front of you and see the Eiffel Tower lit up. Really does zoom out in that sense.
I feel like this is a fun way to have a new scent to make memories for Valentine's. Like, there's kind of the his and her side, but then it's also how it's clicking together in the middle that is really painting with scent in a fun way.
It's brilliant how sweet it's not. Like, I can't overstate that, y'all. You would think that this would be a sweet bomb, but it's not. It's got all of the complexity of the sweet bomb, all of the core, but the sweet doesn't go out that far.
So if you're not a fan of a Fougère, and if you're not a fan of a Gourmand, somehow, I think you'd still be a fan of this.
I think that's what's brilliant about this. It's like a Fougère coming together with a Gourmand, but you don't get either one At the end of the day, it's the opposite of Crangere.
Yep. I'm curious once we lather it up if that'll still be our answer, but we can find out in a second.
Those musks are really important, I'm sensing, as this episode wears merrily forward. And these were the most romantic colors I could find for today's episode. This is her Haley's Artisan Fortune Teller Bowl. Looks like it should have a big crystal ball mounted on top. And where did you get this beautiful brush?
It's my Moon Soaps brush. It's got all of the same little colors, and I think you're right. That fuchsia purple matches this label perfectly.
All right, y'all, I'm just going to destroy this pour. Grab about an almond size of this soap. Oh, there's a little bite back to the stick. It's a little bit tougher than a sterling, I would say. And I'm going to make a thin layer of soap on the bottom of the bowl so Sarah can just transfer the soap up onto the bristles of her brush. But first, you need a little water. Oh, the orris is jumping out beautifully when you add water. You sensing that? All right, how are you going to build this lather?
All right, taking my dry brush and start going one direction to get it on the bristles. And then I'm going to spin the other way and just try and get it out of those little divots in here. And then once it feels like it's not actually getting onto the bristles, I'm turning my brush and going at it again. One side, one direction, other side, the other direction, and just kind of slowly getting the soap dispersed evenly onto all of these bristles here.
Not even as sweet as Barbasol, but I think if you are a fan of Barbasol, this would really blow your skirt up.
Right, because I do get a little bit more of the rose side in Barbasol.
Yes,
split up with other florals in this, but I can see why that's a good way to paint this.
This goes more rose geranium and then has that amaretto gourmandi hit. That's kind of where it takes Barbasol and goes in crazy new directions.
I feel like as gourmandy as it gets is a really airy macaroon. Like there's something like, maybe like an amaretto macaroon, like something in there, not too over the top, not much icing and glistening stuff on the gourmandis, but just a little doughiness going on.
Now, she has dove down into the water and is introducing it into the lather, and this is where the magic really starts. Look at that. The bubbles never get too big. Lather never gets too frothy. It's about control.
Oh, things are waking up. I think you're right. The orris is actually what's really waking up with the water over here. That almost minty kind of vibe.
Well, sweet is such an interesting thing in a shave soap. I think it can cover up a lot of sins. I think that a lot of things in the perfuming that you may not want the person to smell can be covered by a lot of sweet. So when you turn the sweet way down to where it's a perfect balance, it's an open invitation to really explore some of these scents that you wouldn't normally be able to if it was too sweet. The lavender, specifically the amaretto, the bourbon, the cedarwood. And this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Which Way to Notre Dame with on 3, 1, 2. Well, that's lovely. That's lovely.
I think I actually just got a little bit of the bourbon side. I forgot there was vanilla bourbon, not just vanilla.
Little heat.
Hello.
Ooh, this is getting a little more herby, a little more manly in this mix.
I would agree. Now this smells sweeter to me, smelling it here. I get more of the powdered sugary-ish gourmandy side.
This is really an inspired scent. And y'all, we love watching Chris, our friend the Lathered Yeti, shaving on YouTube, but we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet. We thought you might like to see what this lather looks like when it coats and covers. I was so impressed by Nomad Theory right out of the box. This is their version 1 base. Y'all?
I know this is wonderful, but I don't really want to stall any longer. We have 3 new things to take a whiff of as we go a little deep.
All right, y'all, our very first Nomad Theory splash. I'm so excited. There's a little restrictor there.
Right.
Let's see if this is how it works. All right, here we go.
Okay. Give me a little
something there.
dollop here. You want some
Nothing
too?
For Lainey.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Hold on. The florals are deep here somehow.
Orris, a little bit more of a doughy sense of a gourmand is coming
as it's
out.
drying down. You're right. Maybe that's the amaretto-y side.
Oh, lovely.
I almost get like a talky powdery kind of thing.
Yes.
That barbershop, sweet
Over the
barbershop.
top.
Oh, it's delightful, but it does feel like something I've never smelled before. Like I feel like I am in a whole new place, that Paris vibe.
This is like a choir. When I see those scent notes and I'm expecting one of them to jump out and be the singer for the night, it's not. It's a choir. Everybody is turned down so that when everybody sings, they're at exactly the same level, and you can take in that harmony in a brand new way. How are you catching the amber? Because I know that's got to be lighting your nose up.
I'm loving actually the pepper-ishness with like a tan sandalwoody color is what my brain's getting, but that's like a light dusty gourmand. Like this, the floral sides almost ran away after this dried down completely.
Alcohol, aloe, and witch hazel, the best of all worlds in here, y'all. Are you ready to try this bomb? Because I know I am. All right, here we go. Let's see what
this is a glass bottle too, right?
It is. They're all glass. They all match. All right, a little bit for you there. Let's see
After
what
being
happens.
sick all week, this balm is going to feel wonderful on our face.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, a little bit more of the citrus is coming out of this. A little more of the bergamot. Lovely.
It does feel very rejuvenating, I
It's
gotta say.
very lightweight.
Almost like it dries immediately.
Yeah.
I feel like the balm has a little bit lighter intensity. Maybe it's because we did the splash first. It just seemed more potent. But they do match together pretty well.
I think a little more of the powder's coming out.
Yep.
I think each medium pulls a little differently on the scent notes.
But I like having all the different lenses coming back to the scent notes because it kind of makes you appreciate how they're all clicking together.
Right. And now it is time for the Queen Mother. I am so excited about our first Nomad Theory EDP.
Right?
This is the only episode we are shooting today, so we can go a little hog wild.
We
Why
can.
don't you go first? on that one?
I'm loving the all blackness. It's very classy.
So dapper.
Oh, good. Oh, it's a
Ooh,
good
nice
display.
atomizer.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, she's awake now.
Oh, this hits you in the face. Oh, I'm getting something fruity from the very beginning of this whiff. A little bit beyond the bergamot. Oh, that's nice. Hold on.
Okay, that might be the amaretto, but right next to the orris root, it kind of has a little more of that masculine-y kind of side. It does not go sweet amaretto, like kids' cherry kind of thing. That
Right.
is gone for me. I think if I go back to the original label that says lavender, orris, and vanilla, that is what's staying with me throughout all of the variations.
It's an amber vanilla for me, but with restraint. Because generally, a spicy vanilla can be a very bossy spine. But this isn't. It just gives all the other notes so much room to play.
Yeah.
And I love that when you take a step back, this scent is so charming. It hits my inner child the same place that the scent of bubblegum at the ballpark does.
I like how this can be a Valentine's scent, but it's not obnoxiously flirty.
Right.
Or like the stereotypical sides of Valentine's. So I really feel like this is like a good crowd-pleasing
Yes.
Valentine's scent.
And y'all, we've had a meeting, and we have decided that Paris is our second entrant for 2026 into the Barbershop Duet Masterpiece Collection. Congratulations, Nomad Theory. This truly is something special. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Marcus working with one of his reverb programs called Altiverb, who have actually gone into the cathedral at Notre Dame in Paris and captured the impulse response of the building. So I can put my voice there whenever I want and say, "Hello from Notre Dame," and get my own. So head over to nomadtheory.co.uk where you can find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Paris from Nomad Theory, a fabulous Parisian barbershop on the banks of the Seine, ready to put you together for a date night in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower. But what I love best about this, as I've gotten to know it, sometimes we do a bit of archaeology on this show, trying to figure out which shoulders this scent is standing on. Y'all, it is standing on its own. There is nothing in the world of perfumery that we recognize that this is taking inspiration from, except the vague idea of putting a gourmand and a fougere together. It's not what we were expecting, and it is one of the favorite new scents in our entire collection, and in a base that makes it a delight to shave with. My razor just ice skates around those corners. Nomad Theory, thank you for doing everything so right out of the gate. We are so excited for your next one.
Welcome to our February messages.
Hey, also, this very special giveaway has been sponsored by Chris Cullen himself from Katie's Bubbles, and it's for one premium soap in their entire line of your choice for free. And all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to wesetyou@thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first March episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck. Well, I'm glad we finally felt better so that we could film this. We were trying to get over our colds, and it was worth the wait.
Oh, you know what this reminds me of just a little? If the folks out there need a little bit of a lane for this, think Prada candy. Think sweet stuff from Sterling Soap Company, going all the way back to the beginning of our journey. Something light, something beautiful, something candy-ish, something sophisticated, but something for a fun date night. And that's where this has taken me.
Add that into a clean, gently sweet barbershop, and I think you've nailed it, because there is something about the Sterling Barbershop, not quite as gourmandy, but it kind of approaches that type of a barbershop, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. This is one of those ones we're going to spend a lot more time with, because there are nooks and crannies to this that we have not even unlocked yet.
And I love it when new artisans come out with their barbershop, because they are so different. Bone Thames Barbershop from the Cajun Blade, Homestead Barbershop from Adopted Acres, and now this fabulous Valentine's night where you can look out and see the Eiffel Tower and maybe eat a plate of ratatouille. Yeah, I said it.
The good news is this isn't only just a Valentine's Day scent, it's around to the end of spring, so you've got some time to get your noses on it.
And Gianluca and your family, thank you so much for believing in our little show and sending us out this glorious care package for free. It will be treasured in our barbershop.
We cannot wait to see what you have coming up next. Don't forget your next appointment, the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.